According to reports, the Lakers are expected to sign J.R. Smith after guard Avery Bradley opted out of returning to play this season. J.R. hasn't played an NBA game in over a year, but has continued to work out and play basketball. On Danny Green's latest podcast, he said of J.R., quote, "He shot the ball well. He looks in pretty good shape." Fox Sports NBA analyst Chris Broussard joining us now. Good to have you, Chris. So, question for you. Will J.R. fit with LeBron's Lakers?
He'll fit. Yeah, he'll fit fine. Look, it is a plus that he's already played with LeBron because adjusting to playing with LeBron can take some time for guys that have never done it. So he'll know where to expect the ball, where to be at on the floor, how to play off of a guy that's that ball dominant. Those are all pluses. And I get the signing. There really wasn't much else out there. But I have to be honest. I think some people, the hype and the attention that this signing has gotten, I think is utterly ridiculous. Like, some people are talking about JR joining the Lakers like he's about to be the third cog in a new big three. I'm like, can we slow down a bit? Look, JR is going to be 35 in September. That's when they'll still be playing games. JR has played 15 NBA seasons, hasn't played in almost 2 years. And even when JR was at his best, he was always a streaky shooter. You know, he wasn't one of those like a Klay Thompson, Ray Allen, a surefire shooter. He would get hot and he would be streaky. So can I see him hitting a big shot or two in a playoff game, maybe going on a little roll in one of those games? Yeah, I guess. But here's the question. Will LeBron trust JR or even want him to be on the floor in big moments? Considering what we saw a few years ago at Golden State, I think it boils down to this for Lakers fans, guys. At the end of the day and at the end of games, the Lakers are going to have to look to KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Alex Caruso, or maybe Rondo, if he can turn into playoff Rondo at times. Those are the guys that are going to have to really fill the void left by Avery Bradley, because I just don't know that you're going to be able to count on JR to do that.
I echo a lot of what you said earlier, Chris, because he has played with LeBron. LeBron knows where JR needs the ball in his pocket. JR is a great bad shot taker, bad shot maker. If the shot clock's running down, throw the ball to JR. If he's falling out of bounds into the first row, that's the shot you want J.R. Smith to take. But the question I also have is that when you look at it, KCP, Danny Green, they signed Dion Waiters, Alex Caruso, as you mentioned, not JR. All of those guys are kind of like similar in size and basically play the same position. So how much time is JR actually going to get, considering that LeBron's last year in Cleveland, he played about 28 minutes a game, where Avery Bradley was playing about 24, 25 minutes. He's not, I don't see how he comes in and gets that amount of time, and he was only giving them 8 points. But I agree with you. If he could have one game or two games where he hits a tough three or he hits a clutch shot or he gets going, because if he gets going, he's, as you said, Chris, he's streaky beyond streaky. He can go 5, 6 in about a 6 or 7 minute span. He can hit 5 or 6 threes. You remember in Game 7, Golden State in the finals, they came back from 3-1. Golden State was starting to push out in front of them. They had got a double-digit lead, and then JR goes bang, 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 and they're right back in it. So he has that ability. The question that I have, how many minutes is he going to get, and who is he going to be getting those minutes with?
So, my turn. Chris Broussard, to your point, they just replaced Avery Bradley with J.R. Smith. To me, that is a downgrade, and I want to be clear about this. I've been around JR enough off the floor. I like him. I believe in his guts and his fearlessness. And he will take and make difficult late clock, late game shots. Streaky, but still fearless in taking and making those shots. My question is, you're replacing a stable cog as a starter in the offense, a man in Avery Bradley who made 2 all-defensive teams, who will take and make big threes from often on passes from LeBron. He started 44 games for you, and all of a sudden, after J.R. Smith has been out of basketball for 619 days since his last NBA game, are you going to throw him into the starting lineup for a suddenly playoff favorite in the West? I don't know. I asked Shannon earlier.
No,
are you gonna start JR? And he said no. And I said, okay, somebody's got to take Avery's place. Who is it? KCP in the starting lineup?
KCP.
Okay. Is it Kuzma?
I think it's KCP.
Okay. Do you take Kuzma and the electricity he brings with the shock troops coming in with the second team? He is the leader of the second team. Do you take that away from the rotation? I don't think you need to do that. I think you're going to have to go with KCP in the starting lineup. But I'm going to remind everybody, the Lakers beat the Clippers one time in 3 tries, and it was because Avery Bradley made 6 threes in that game. He made 4 in the third quarter while LeBron James was scoring 0 points. They needed Avery to get over the hump to beat the Clippers one time in 3 tries, and he is not there anymore. So I'm with you, Chris, and I appreciate the fact that you brought up, let's not exactly start making JR the third part of the big 3 here.
No, I'm with you guys. And you guys know I picked the Clippers. Sorry, Shannon, on this. But it was 2 reasons. Look, obviously the Lakers have 2 of the 3 best players in of these 2 teams, right? And LeBron, Kawhi, and then Anthony Davis. But I think the Clippers' depth and their dog factor. You know, I think they're hungry as LeBron is for this 4th ring. I just think up and down the roster, the Clippers have more dogs. And Avery was one of those dogs that LeBron could count on. We don't want to overstate how good he is. It's not an insurmountable loss, but he was a dog. He could defend. And like Skip said, he was 3-and-D. And he actually was shooting the 3 really well in February and March. Mm-hmm. So it's a loss. And I don't know how much JR is going to play. Remember, they chose Dion Waiters over him. Late in the season, they tried both of them out. So I don't know if we're going to see him on the floor a lot.
But look, I get it, Chris. You got the Clippers and you want to stay with your pick. But you do understand that we're a restaurant and we got our house specialty. Now, we add a little couple of things to the menu. Yeah, we added Dion Waiters. Yeah, we added JR. But you know what our specialty is. And when you come to our restaurant, you come to order LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Don't forget that. Okay? Just so we clear.
I hear you. Look, Anthony Davis, I was saying it all year. He's got to be huge in the 4th quarters, and he wasn't most of the season. He was getting there late because with the Clippers defense and the number of guys they can throw on LeBron, they were able, in those first 2 games, to keep him from living at the rim and getting in the paint at will. That means AD's going to have to step up. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do it.
You do remember, though, what happened last game? They threw Paul George at him, took him. Took Kawhi, took him. Took the other twin, took him. Took Harkless, took him. You remember? I know you grew up, you were a Bruce Lee fan. You remember they used to throw all them guys at Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee whip all their tail. Right? You remember that, Chris? Same thing gonna happen.
Except for Brad Pitt and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, if you saw that.
Yeah, that is.
That's just one time he didn't whip him. Okay, Chris Broussard, I got to bring up one other angle here, which you may or may not like. But speaking of the quote-unquote GOAT, LeBron James, who has been his favorite scapegoat over the years that he had him in Cleveland? It was J.R. Smith. Because JR loves LeBron and he will take it from LeBron. It was his fault, and JR will say, yep, you got me. I screwed up. I had a brain freeze, and it takes me back to game number 1 down the stretch at Oakland of the 2018 finals. And if we could see that one more time again, J.R. Smith took LeBron off the hook here by becoming the scapegoat for what happened at the end of the game because LeBron, take the shot. LeBron has a shot to win the game guarded by little tiny Steph Curry. He is hot-handed. He has scored 49 points, most of them from distance outside the paint. And LeBron fails to rise and shoot a jump shot to win the game down 1 at Oakland where they could have stolen game 1. Instead, what? LeBron just decided to pass to George Hill so that he's going to have to shoot the 2 free throws to win the game. Obviously missed the second one. JR did have a mental blunder, a brain freeze, and that was the end of that because LeBron quit going to overtime. as we saw in the interim before overtime.
Skip, that was a layup. Look at that cut. He should have had a layup. And here's the other thing with LeBron. Let's think about when he hits his most jump shots, but in this case, a mid-range. He likes to dribble into it with, maybe one dribble, one step. You know what I mean? Like, LeBron's not a tremendous jump shooter, so he has to be in a rhythm. And right where he was at that moment, he was not in, like, where he likes to be as far as getting in a rhythm for his jump shot. Not to mention, as I said, George Hill was wide open. Like, and he got fouled. He's an 80% free throw shooter.
Thank you.
I can't fault LeBron for that. That was a good play, and George Hill just didn't deliver.
Is George Hill an 80% free throw shooter with game one on the line at Oakland against the prohibitive favorites? No, he's probably a 50% free throw shooter in those circumstances. LeBron could have done taken one dribble to his left, one little jab step, gone up, Jordan-esque, dare I say, on Brian Russell, and nailed the jump shot to win game one. And then my partner actually might have a little bit of a debate that maybe he could get in the GOAT conversation.
Chris, you hear him talking about, he scapegoated JR. Skip, Chris, that'd be like you on live television, and all of a sudden you get up and start go in the kitchen and start making breakfast. Forget you on live television. J.R. Smith forgot he was in an NBA game. He got the ball and ran out. And like, what? I thought no.